following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Демоны кружили надо мной, рассекали тернии и млечные пути, не знают счастья только тот, кто его злого понять не смог.
Red or blue?
This is the story of the secrets of the DMV. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear Soviets' death screams like this. Let's begin now. Right. Okay, so your security officer is relieved by Brodus Lee. He is another security officer. She has to go away to get medically tested to see if she's going to be genetically compatible for her marriage to the overseer. Maybe. There's a lot of women competing for this.
Oh. I thought she was with...
She's bustled off before you can ask questions, and Brodus Lee steps in. He is described as being a handsome, with handsome, gleaming smile, handsome. Which translates into a taller than average Vault citizen, 6 foot tall, square-jawed, lantern-chinned, twinkling, blue-eyed, blonde, combed back into a conservative but slightly daring fade. He fills out his security uniform well, the leather harness holding his tools and strap creaking with every muscular, handsome movement. He greets you all with a warm frown like this. Very tall.
Nice to meet you.
Why, hello there.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Brodus Lee. I will be your security guard while Bonnie is off getting her test done. It's a pleasure to meet you. To meet you, to meet you, to meet you. Handshake grip of test toughness.
What am I, just opposing the strength?
Or presence if you're trying to be manful.
Nah, well, it was strength, but it was an 8.
Tied. Okay. Well, my job is to keep an eye on you and stop you from doing anything that's against prescription.
Of course.
And also to answer any question you might have about the superior American life that your irradiated wasteland wandering selves, hiding at every corner from the nips, only coming out at night, which explains your healthy tan. Well, anyway.
I love how you people jump to conclusions about what life is like out there instead of listening to us telling you what it is.
Because you could be lying. Or nip spies. As in the movie. Know the world's enemy.
Well, I guess we'll find out once everything's been cleared, won't we?
Of course, of course. Keep in mind that it is only a possibility that you're lying. I, of course, would never accuse you of anything. But
course.
when all doctrine says one thing, and then 2 people and 2 mutants come in from the surface, well, skepticism's normal. Don't worry, I can keep you safe from anyone who might try and kill off the suspected NIP spies. So nothing will happen to you. Have you eaten?
Was that yesterday or today?
Not
Yeah,
since
we're-
breakfast this morning.
Well, okay then.
Where do you suggest?
Hey, it's up to you. Everyone has freedom down here in America to eat or go wherever they can afford.
Well, of course, we don't have any of your currency.
Why not cruise the promenade and interact with some of the locals? Get to know how people really are in real America. Don't worry, no one will burst into horrible mantises and try and pinch you to death with their things down here, as happens probably all the time, perhaps on the surface, some people believe.
No, not really.
Roxy.
Wanda's like, actually that sometimes does happen.
I hadn't heard
With
about that.
people?
Well, sometimes a mutant happens and they happen to be, like, not necessarily literally mantis-shaped, but, you know,
I suppose-
remember the Shizor incident? It was in all the papers. 2010, just after the...
We don't really get a lot of the papers.
Of course, wood must be in such hard supply with all the forests irradiated and charcoalized. Yeah, it must be under those circumstances.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I should jump to conclusions about what it's like down here since I don't know anything about it.
No one would think less of you for doing that. You must be the leader of the group.
Let's run with that. Just for say, is there any chance we could get a look at the maintenance trolleys and stuff that are used around this area?
Oh, I don't know why you'd want that, but sure, why not?
I personally think he's charming, and he thinks I'm the leader.
Which is weird because you're a mutant in his eyes. I thought if he thought anybody was the leader, it would be you.
I'm right here. Of course,
sorry,
I
it
think, of
just
course,
seems-
I think the mutant is your leader, with regular-looking people oppressed under the huge Nipponese mutant regime of their super soldiers, as in the movie I saw. I know it was a fictional movie, just a story, but it was so chillingly real. The 1,000 sacrifices of pure Americans to the evil Nipponese emperor throne. Yes, all hail the Golden Throne.
It's good.
Well, actually, it was made of wood, but
Good to know somebody who's put in charge of us who hasn't been debriefed about us whatsoever.
oh, I've seen the tapes.
The tapes.
Audio recordings were made of your entrance and the claims you made. Of
And-
course, it's all unverified yet.
So then you would obviously know who's in charge.
Let's say you're in your encampment on the surface, and 4 strangers wander into your encampment and say, hey, the world outside your encampment is completely different to all if scientific and historical evidence indicates that perhaps it would be. Would you just believe them because they said so? It's not exactly the most reasonable thing to ask of someone. Oh, I'm sorry, that was very rude of me. Can you forgive me?
Oh, he gets straight up sassy. I like him.
I don't care.
Oh. Okay, I understand.
I do, but
Things are different on the surface.
I do, but I understand that your overseer basically has to say yes, it's true, or no, it's not.
Well, of course. How else would it be done? The overseer guards the truth.
Oh,
He will decide what is correct.
Not
okay.
Is there really a difference? Really?
Let's just
Yes,
go
right.
with the flow for now, and they'll be surprised when we show them the surface later.
Okay. He opens up a thing at the side of the promenade. Just this way.
Thank you.
Just this way.
Stupid.
This way. You going in or not?
Yeah, last. Narrowing my eyes.
Goes in last, closes the door with a clang. Inside is like a maintenance. There's pipes. It's dimmer in here. There's like a bunch of guys in blue and white overall things that turn around just like, whoa, what's going on here? Don't fear, maintenance people. Continue about your tasks. I will make sure things are safe here. Yeah, okay, Mr. Security, whatever. God, what a zeeb. These are one of the carts they use. This one is currently not in use, meaning that it is not currently laden with all of the products and supplies necessary for cleaning. But this is one of the carts. Used on the promenade almost every day.
Experimentally move it.
Squeaky, 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 squeaky.
How much weight do you think one of these can carry?
1/4 ton.
And volume.
The amount you see. This cart would be... You've seen movies where, like, the janitor woman will have a cart that's about,
Yep.
like, a yard and a bit across and, like, a yard wide, designed to fit through doors, and it's a bit longer so as it can fit in elevators with a person in front of it. It's one of those. You could easily fit a body in one, if that's what you're thinking.
The trick is,
Well,
could you fit
three
three
standing in a
bodies?
bin?
Actually,
in bins?
prison laundry basket hamper would be more
Yeah, you could-
accurate size.
You
So
can three-
basically, what we're trying to determine is enough volume that one body could be fit and covered.
You might be
or-
able to get 2 in comfortably. 3 if you don't mind a mound. And they're all average volt short.
How much? Like, would this be loaded up to capacity and like?
Well, of
Enough-
course not. Sometimes the maintenance people like to put their buckets and mops in them, so as they don't have to tow an extra thing around. But as you fill it up with garbage, trash, sheets, or whatever it is you're moving to and from the laundry sections, it will fill up in the course of your duties. I also understand that when the new sheets are rolled out, they come out filled with neatly stacked and rolled sheets. We have cotton sheets here that are... Some of them are even left over from pre-war. They're very much more comfortable than paper or tin.
Why would you use either of those things?
I don't know what the
They-
surface is really like.
They sure do
Well, I
sound
could tell you,
comfortable.
but you probably won't believe me, and we'll jump to some weird conclusion.
Yeah. So Ailey is just going to check the bottom to see whether it's any part of the thing has basically been overstressed. So, like part of it's bent from having too heavy a load or anything.
This particular cart? No.
This one checks out. Do you have like a storage area where the rest of these are?
Or they normally leave them just lined up down this corridor here. So there's a fair few.
All right.
How big is these maintenance tunnels? Do they go?
Well, they go all over the vault.
Thought so. And many patrols in here.
Why would security get in the way?
All right.
And did they often do their routes after hours when most other people are asleep?
Of course, so as to not get in the way.
Okay. Do you have any information on who might have been doing the route on this date at in this place?
Just do maintenance keep records as their maintenance office?
Of course they do.
We may need to go there and check that out later, but let's not.
And as to your question, I don't know personally.
No, I mean, that's basically of their records of...
Well, of course there are. Everything has to be ordered and organized. Otherwise, how would we know how long someone's been working and how to compensate them in the capitalist way that is America, really?
I just didn't know how long you kept such records.
Forever.
And that's good. That's gratifying.
Well, that's not entirely true. Apparently, there was a time long ago, just after the vault was founded, where there was a problem, and all of the records were lost prior to that point.
This would be why you've lost some,
Well, the history has been reconstructed, so nothing is lost.
And, well,
like Zooty.
Exactly.
and we already heard that you lost some tech manuals, so some technologies were.
Oh, I'm sure our tech whizzes have more than compensated for what little was lost. In fact, I'm willing to say that thanks to the war bombing you back into the past, we're probably pretty comparable with American ingenuity in some areas. Obviously, you will have thinking computers as well.
Yeah.
And they may almost be as good as ours.
And everything's powered by three-headed elephants running on giant treadmills.
Mutation is strange on the surface. I actually do
You
want
are
to
right
roll to
about
see
that.
if he will believe that. He does believe that. Of course, you would make use of the new strange creatures that have evolved on the surface. What an ingenuity America still has. Those three-headed elephants are pulling for a future Uncle Sam return. Praise the Overseer.
Bombardment.
Bombardment.
I'll just be checking out the various maintenance people in the tunnels, and it's just like, are they
Suspicious glances in your direction. Some are curious. A lot of them have sort of clustered up and have stopped working and are going, his skin has been turned black by the devil. No, it's the radiation that does it. Really, it could just be that they have too much melanin in their skin, which causes a discoloration. It's not a discoloration if it's their natural mutant state. I expected them to have 4 arms like in the movie. Why is that one wearing such an unflattering, baggy jumpsuit? Her face is really pretty, but she must be fat as hell.
Didn't she tied it?
Oh, okay. And her breasts must be incredibly huge. Look at them. Perhaps she is what they call a brood cow. Like in the movie.
Y'all are gathering a lot of attention.
Look at that guy. What's he got that we don't have?
skirt?
A height, a skirt, shoulders, a job that isn't maintenance. Hey!
They're just like our maintenance people, only a bit more handsome.
Yeah, this would be considered like the downtrodden, ugly labor class, except even they're just like pretty.
And we'll just keep moving down the line.
There's a huge clang, and a wheel bounces down the hall. They go, God! Anus! Trash!
Stop the wheel.
I can't say. Sorry.
What's the problem, Park?
Oh, minor malfunctions of ANS designed equipment are very common. After all, they're very old. Would you still be operating at peak efficiency if you were 70?
Probably not.
Well then, we can forgive the occasional cart. Oh god, what a tool. The guy's just oh god, what a tool.
Yeah, well, we should check that one out, Roxy.
Sure. Let's go check out this.
The guy's duct taping his wheel back on with like strong tape that has ANS every few things. Good old ANS adhesive tape. Flop.
Do you mind? Just put a hand on his shoulder. Do you mind if we have a look? Maybe we can help.
You all right, sir?
Hi. Yes, I was just wondering when the Overseer in his benevolence would assign us some permission resource forms for adhesive tape that hasn't been used 7 times. But I was wrong to be angry. After all, our ancestors, they all did perfectly well with limited resources. At least we're not on the hated surface.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
forever, surface never.
your ancestors weren't using equipment that was 70 years old. It was only like 10 years old.
Are you implying an inherent flaw in our system?
I'm implying that you need better equipment.
So you would support such a form?
Yeah.
Maybe you should go on a break. You can't give me orders. I need to go maybe get some kind of tape that'll work. After all, it's got to hold a wheel on.
We'll look after your cart here. Bend everything back over
This
together.
cart is damaged. Obviously, the wheel came off. I mean, it has other damage in addition
So
to
it's
that.
it's not just age and wear. There has been something has done something to this.
Well, I need an investigation roll of some kind to determine if you
who wants
correctly
to be
interpret.
main investigation person?
Well, it's-
Alvin's already rolled.
No.
31.
And I assist
plus 2.
Plus 2.
33.
Oh, I can help, I guess.
Do you have teamwork?
No, actually.
Then don't
That's the
bother.
thing.
Anything beyond one person without teamwork is not really worth it. It looks like the bottom has a buckle in it at the side, and there looks like on the inside it looks like there might be some corroded metal in the corner, maybe.
Roxy, you got your kit handy?
I do, says Wanda.
Yeah, there's...
Here, let me give you a hand.
Thank you. And if you can hold the light, I'm hoping this is rust.
Put it in my mouth.
Thanks.
There.
Dab. Rust or blood?
Wanda gets her tube, pours some solution in. It's blood.
Okay, yeah. So
I hope it's not Chris's blood.
okay, we're gonna need to take this somewhere, disassemble it, and dust it for
Wow, you
paints.
didn't need to clean the inside of the car.
No,
before.
we-
You sure are swell.
Well, we've just found blood on the cart, and it's damaged because it's been overloaded, so it would probably use to move bodies into Club 21. So this is...
That's a really specific deduction you've made, pal. You're a real detective.
I mean, I'm guessing you're aware that we're in the middle
Investigator.
of an investigation.
You're an investigator.
That's a 4. That's a 17. Why, whatever could you mean? Oh boy. We all us from the surface know a bit of forensic investigation.
Of course, with the constant Nipponese crimes, you will need to track them back to their source and exact America justice. We'd better take you to see the chief of security about this. In the meantime, I'm going to have to impound this cart. A little plastic
Sign?
yellow card with an evidence written on it.
Well, I guess that's as good a way to protect evidence as any other.
Writes down the cart number 7.
I can't risk touching it anymore. I might destroy any fingerprints that are on it.
Well, it's probably already been used. I mean, this happened
In the
over a month
meantime.
ago.
At least we have one more sample for the medical officer when we get there.
Where can we find those records?
Oh, you'll need to see the maintenance supervisor. Up on the top floor.
Okay.
Well,
Hey, you finished, my dude, or can we get on with our scut? Oh, of course, scut away. Oh, God, tool.
well, we're going to need this cart, so whatever gets us this cart soonest.
Well, I mean, it's already been
Marked.
marked and going to be taken in for evidence. So I assume that Chief of Security is gonna. This is going to get taken back to your security office.
Well, you want to see the maintenance chief first. So after that, I'll head off to the chief of security.
Okay, so somebody's going to keep an eye on this.
Oh, there's no need for that. It's been marked. Everyone will know not to touch it now.
Unless somebody wants to destroy the evidence.
Exactly.
Well, then we'll know who did it. That's a big sign of guilt there.
How will you know if nobody's watching it?
Well, in order to remove the cart from the area, they'll have to go through a checkpoint, and it'll be logged. And you can't destroy it here. It's a corridor with nowhere to go.
And we have the card number, so we know what we're looking for in the records. It's probably okay.
I mean, I did have another idea, but I don't know if it'd be a good one or whether you'd even let it fly.
Well, there's no way for me to know that.
Well, you see, Wanda here isn't very big. She could hide inside the cart, and if somebody tried to take it, then she'd be going with them.
But I'd have to leave her alone, and I'm under strict instructions not to leave you alone.
I also don't think we can.
I have
leave her
other
alone.
instructions too, but there's no point in dwelling on those.
Very well.
Do our police kits have police tape and things on them?
No, you have evidence cards.
That we should get some police line do not cross tape.
What I wouldn't give for a homing device right now.
Bad.
Let's go see the supervisor.
20 minutes of movement later, up the stairs, you were led into a sort of administration region with lots of very nice, well-appointed, clean, but clearly worn, well-used offices. He said, desperately scrolling up to try and find where the list of all the fucking NPCs are so I know who the supervisor is. Oh, there's the drugs section, that's good. Overseer, radio man, chief of clothing, chief engineer, security, botanist, chief of food, entertainments, markets, medical officer,
Break everything.
censor, event organizer, schoolmaster, computer cajoler, historian, nightclub owner, chancery, senator. Ah, here we go. Kyle Reese.
Oh dear.
The year.
A half-filled bottle of bourbon is on his desk. As you walk into you knock and come in because they've got glass panels. You can see he's like quickly just like clink.
Just too much stuff for us to not notice.
Is that in our driveway?
Very loud engine noise. Sounds like it's just
Yeah.
across the road. Well, not across the road, but in the...
It's a fucking bus.
Oh, that's right, because the kids get dropped to their door these days because heaven forbid the little kiddie would walk 3 feet.
Jesus.
It could be pedos.
Yeah, but there aren't. How do I know? They'd be doing something. You think that's going to save them? They're out playing in the park. How hard do you think it is just to squiffle one into a van down the other end?
They just need to learn to run.
Or stab.
Or stab.
I think kids should be issued with big buck knives that they can use on anyone they think is weird so that there can be headlines that's just like, child murders again. Let off thought he was a bad man. No, he was just hanging around trying to have a smoke outside between his work. And was huddled up against the cold, so he looked creepy. And you're like, stranger danger, stab. That's such a great idea. It's the next step. Mark my words. When it happens, you'll be like, no, he called it. It was a joke.
It's happened too often. But anyway, I suppose we'll greet the supervisor, Mr. Reese.
This man is a good-looking, if rugged, stubbly gentleman with brown hair and, weary eyes. Bloodshot. Oh, you're the freaks.
Thanks.
That was insensitive.
Sorry, it's been a long day. So, what can the Scout Department do for you?
We're curious about,
Good. Curiosity is great.
well, I mean, we've already had our good security friend here mark a
Damaged.
trolley of yours that was
Again?
damaged. It contains potential evidence related to a case we're investigating.
Which cart? P7. Promenade 7? That cart's due for recycling anyway. It keeps falling apart. It's so rusty. Like, we've had to de-rust it like 3 times in the last 5 years.
So, do you have records of when these carts are used?
When it went in for maintenance related to
Please,
this
one
problem.
question at a time. Which one am I answering?
Maintenance records on that cart when it
Sure, hang on. Computer terminal full of... Okay. Okay, let's see. Maintenance. Yes, okay, yeah, we have those. Perfect records here. Nothing ever goes wrong.
okay, so relating to the rust removal.
Oh, yeah. You know, a few weeks after every time we have an event, it just rusts the hell up all on the inside. We gotta clean it out big time.
Alright.
There's actually a request here for it to be recycled in a new car built with improved rust guard.
Okay, so do you have a record of who uses these carts? Are they assigned
Hang
to
on.
a
Back out,
particular
back
person?
out, back out.
It's a real satisfying keyboard noise, I must say.
Yeah, I like the old keyboard sounds, even though they get really annoying if you were using them all day every day, which they did. Really annoying. The new keyboard sounds are softer, technically better for long use, but they're less satisfying. That's why mechanical keyboards are...
Mechanical keyboards are not cheap. Generally.
I can't afford one. So that means it's not cheap. Yes, we do. We do. We do. We do.